Okay, firstly, let's use these two questions as example to do some revision of the gradient. Okay, so when we sort of a gradient problem, we always write m equals y step over x step. Okay, now we have to find the y step and the x step. Alright, so for this question, the y step is from 3, I start from here, and then going down to here, because I want to start from here, and then I want to go down and then go left to this point. So I need to go down until here. So firstly, we have to find out what's the coordinate of this point. Now, because this point is -2, -1, so we can know the y coordinate is -1. So here is -1. Alright, and then I go to the left. So if I go to the left, that means this point is -2. Okay, alright, so I use the coordinate to find -1 is here and -2 is here. Now we can start doing the step for y and a step for x. Okay, so for y steps, I going down from 3 to -1 according to what we have talked last video, and we use the ending point, which is -1, take with the starting point, which is 3. Alright, over for x step, I go this way. So I going down and then I start go this way. So this is my ending point, this is my starting point. So the ending point is -2, so I use -2, take away, this point is 0. Alright, now I do the calculation. -1 take away 3 is -4, and then I divide by -2. So the answer is 2. You can see the m is a +2, so that's increasing. Alright, now for this question, we still write m equals y step over x step. Alright, so we find x step and a y step. So for y step, I can start from -1 and stop at -4, this point. So I can go this way, and I can go this way. So if I going down, that is my ending point for the y, so that is -4. This is 0, because this is 0. So y step is -4, take with 0. The ending point, take with the starting point, over x. So for x, I go this way. So that is, I end at 0, and I start from -1. So from -1 to 0. So I use 0, take away -1. Alright, so the answer is -4 over 1. So the answer is -4. Now you can see the gradient is a negative number, so the line is going down. Alright, some students ask me after class, can I go from -4 to -1? Will that be different? So let's have a look. So, and then you can tell to yourself whether there's any difference. So let's start from -4 to here first. And then I start from 0 to -1 this way. Okay, now let's calculate that. M equals y step over x step. It doesn't matter where you start from. This is always y step over x step. So for y step, I start from here and I end at 0. So that is 0, take away -4. So 0, take away -4. And then I start from here and end here. So that is my ending point, which is -1. This is my starting point, which is 0. So that is -1, take away 0. Okay, now, the 0 take away -4 is 4. And at the bottom is -1. So you can see it's still -4. So the answer is the sign. Now, we just use these two questions to do some revision and how to find the gradient. Now, let's have a look at the general things. Okay, so if I give you a Cartesian plane, I want to find a general formula to calculate all situations. Now, for example, if I've got a line like that, this is my line, and then I've got one point, and another point is here. Now, in class, I asked everyone, so how can I identify this one? So this point, I don't know where it is, so I have to know the coordinate. So in this case, the coordinate of this point will be, I don't know this one here, so I can say this is x1. Because this point can be 1, can be 2, can be 100, can be 1,000. Anyway, I use x1 to represent this point. And then, so if this is x1, so the coordinate will be x1 and y something. Now, if you know the definition of x1, and then you know how we identify this point. So this point we can identify that is y1. So this coordinate becomes x1 and y1. Alright, the same thing, let's do this point. So this one is point A, so this one can be my point B. So for point B, I need the x coordinate. So for the x coordinate, I don't know this point, so I can see this is my x2. Alright, because there's a second point, so I use x2 to represent. And then I want to know the y coordinate. So here I don't know the exact value, so I can see that is y2. So this coordinate is x2 and y2. Now we can use m equals y step over x step to calculate the gradient. Okay, so let's have a look at the exact y step. So for y step, if I start from this point to this point, I have to go down until here. Now we can see this is the ending point of the y, of the vertical line. This is my starting point. So I use the ending point, take away the starting point, which is y2, because this point is y2. Take away y1. So that equals y2, take away y1. And then I start from this point, continue to go to the left. And then I can reach B here. Okay, reach B. So this is my ending point. So this coordinate for x is x2. This is x1 here. Alright, so we can say that is x2, take away x1. Now, I want everyone to remember m equals y2 take away y1, x2 take away x1. This is the formula to calculate the gradient. Now we can use this formula to solve all questions. It doesn't matter it is a graph without the grid, or the question with the grid, or like this question. Okay? Now I want to use question A and B as example to show everyone how to use this formula. Okay? Alright. Now, and also I want to remind you this is not a new formula. Actually, this is the ending point of y, and then this one is the starting point of the y. So you use the ending point, take with the starting point is the y step. This is the ending point of x, that is the starting point of x, so use the ending, take with the starting is the x step. Actually, this is another way to express this formula, so that is nothing new here. Okay, just a different way to express gradient. Okay, we're going to use this one to do question A and question B. So let's write down here. Now if I say m, want to find m, so I have to write y2 take away y1 over x2 take away x1. Okay, so we do substitution. And we recommend all students should write x1 on the top, y1 on the top, x2 on the top, and y2 on the top, just to make sure you do that correctly. Okay, to help you to do that correctly. So y2 is 5, and then you can substitute, take away y1 is 3, over x2 is 3, take away x1, which is 2. So the answer is 2 over 1 is 2. Alright, let's have a look at question B. We write m equals y2 take away y1, x2 take away x1. So at the same, we label x1, y1, x2, y2. Your labeling will help you to see the questions clearly. Okay, so you will not make mistakes. So y2, substitute y2, which is 8. y1 is 6, so take away 6. x2 is 0. x1 is negative 2. So take away negative 2. Alright. And then we can do the calculation. So that is 2. This one is 0. Take away negative 2 is 2. So the answer is 1.